And hit me one time. There we go. Yes, indeed. It's the Capital City Podcast. I'm your host, Capital J, alongside my main man,
DL Glass.
And tonight, we have a very special guest sitting in on the panel. We're going to learn about this fella also. He goes by the name of DJ Billy Bill. Y'all give it up one time.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the room, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
What's going on? Now, but here's what we do when we have guests. First thing I like to do is say, hey, look, people say, hey, who's Billy Bill? I'm going to give a quick introduction of how I know Billy Bill, and then I'm going to let him tell you who he is, okay?
Gotcha.
I met Billy Bill a long time ago when I was selling mixtapes. I used to take mixtapes all the way from Greensboro to Raleigh to Mr. Freeze Records. And Billy Bill was always there.
Okay.
I hardly ever got to talk to him because I see him back there in the corner. He have his headphones on behind the turntables.
Doing it.
Doing it.
Okay.
Every time. So fast forward, this is before I even started working at 102 Jams.
Mm-hmm.
Had not seen this dude at all till about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So we're talking about 1982 to 2020.
No, it's probably about 94, 95.
94, 95, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I run back into him, and turns out he's been doing a whole lot of stuff.
Right.
Whole lot of stuff for the DJ community and the hip hop community, and we're here to talk about it today. Mm-hmm. We're gonna fill in some blanks. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And we also had Mr. Freeze on the show. So if you follow that storyline and you remember the Mr. Freeze interview, this guy was kind of like the right-hand man to Mr. Freeze, so to speak.
Right.
So we have that too.
Big shoes to fill, man.
So without further ado, first thing I ask everybody, Billy Bill, where you from and how did you get your hands on two turntables and start DJing? First.
Bull City, Durham, North Carolina, of course. It started, man, with a great friend of mine, known now as DJ Whitted. His real name is Daniel Whitted. He was the first person that I saw DJ with two turntables that I can get my hands on.
Word, shout out DJ Whitted.
Yes. And he was living in Few Gardens at that time. And from that point on, I literally rode my bike to Few Gardens every day with no chain. And every day I came back out, it was there. That's a project, by the way.
Hold up. Did you say you rode the bike with no chain? So basically you got a scooter.
No. I'm sorry. With no chain to lock it up.
Oh.
No chain to lock it up.
That's
Yes.
even more hardcore.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
wow.
in the projects, we're talking in the projects, like the real projects.
Okay.
And and I just every day, I was just fascinated with how to learn. And then there were a couple other guys that I learned how to DJ from. Got their skill set as well. Guy named Walter Jackson and another guy named Lacey Smith. Mouth Split, actually.
Really?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? We had him on the show too.
Yeah,
That's my boy from way back.
Yep.
Shout out. Hey, you see it.
Yep. So he used to DJ, as well. I think he's getting back into it now. I saw him a few days ago. But graduated high school, Durham High. Graduated high school, moved to Raleigh, went to Shaw University, which was 3 blocks from Mr. Freeze, actually. And I took one of my mixtapes there, and pretty much the same week, I went to Kamikaze's.
Okay.
Just
for those of you that don't know, that's
The club.
yes, it's a club.
Kamikaze is a club in Raleigh.
Yeah.
Dope hip hop spot.
Yeah,
back
it
in
was
day.
the club for 18 to 20, probably 18 to 30,
Okay.
from like 92 to about 96. So I went to the club the same week that I got to school, and I took a mixtape to Mr. Freeze. They told me to come back the following week, bring some records for my audition. And when I went back the following week, They said, okay, you're our guy from now on. So I was the college night DJ. So pretty much simultaneously, my mixtape game got started and me DJing in a nightclub got started same week.
Hey, so this a serious jump off. For those of you that don't understand, listen, it's one thing to put a mixtape out, but getting a residency,
Yeah.
that makes a name for you.
Yeah.
You
And-
know what I mean?
yeah.
This is where the legend of Billy Bill starts.
Yes.
Residency at a spot where everybody goes.
Yes. And nobody knew me. That's the point.
But
I'm
they
brand
will-
new.
It
Yeah.
don't take long,
Yeah.
does it?
Nah. And
How'd you prepare for the audition?
Yeah, tell me about an audition, because I've DJed in places before, but I kind of got put in by word of mouth, and I've never actually been to an audition for a club gig.
I had back then, I'm sure you can relate to this, we used our recycling bins for crates, the blue ones. So I had 2 recycling bins of crates.
Right.
I just took one to the club. And my audition was on club night, like during the time that everybody was there.
Oh, gotcha.
Like,
Real.
so
Give you a
either you were
shot.
gonna rock it or you were gonna get booed off.
What time period they put you on?
Nah, it was just like when I showed up, it's like, yo, you ready? Like,
Oh, and did they give you the rest of the night to rock, or did they
I'm
give
just
you
getting-
a little bit of time?
I really can't remember, but I just remember they didn't. It wasn't like they gave me a time limit because people were rocking, and keep in mind, Capital J, like back during that time, it was nothing for a DJ to let another DJ get on. It's like, yo, you want to rock? Yeah, come on, man. You know,
Who was in that night? You remember?
if you know DJ Slide, he didn't
Slide
DJ.
from Eastern North Carolina.
Yes, he didn't DJ, but he let everybody else DJ. He was
Right.
just like the name.
Right.
So it was on him, and he had somebody else DJing for him, and then he gave me my shot.
Gotcha.
So, you know, I will always tell the story, but I won't leave the people out that really had something to do with me getting to where I needed to get to.
Right.
And yeah, he gave me that shot that night, and I was just doing what I do. I played records. It was that, and then the following week, it was like come back, and then I showed back up with my 2 recycling bins full of records, and I DJ'd the whole entire night.
Right. With 2 crates.
With 2 crates, but I kind of, you know, did my thing with mine. Then I would flip through his. He might have some records that I didn't have,
Gotcha.
and you know, I just made it work, and until I could build what I needed to build.
Okay. So right now it's about 92-ish.
No, it is 92.
It's
We're
92,
talking
okay.
August of 92.
August 1992.
Yes.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're down the street from Freeze.
Yes. I'm on the 9th floor of Shaw University. Yes.
So you got a lot of good stuff happening. Right
Yes. You know, to look back on it, it's like, wow, this was amazing. But, you know, I was 18 years old. I was just doing what I wanted to do. You know, I was getting paid $50 a night to DJ. I was getting paid $25 to make a mixtape. You know, like it was nothing.
Hold on, kamikazes the whole night.
Remember, I was DJing on the slide, so he probably got the
Oh,
money
yeah,
and gave me.
gotcha.
So he gave me, you know, $50, but I wasn't tripping because I was doing what I love to do.
Right. Gotcha.
And going through that whole process kind of groomed me for everything else that followed that.
Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. That is the same year I did my first club gig,
Yeah.
but it went a little different. K-Nice, K-Nice said, hey man, I can't make it to Side Effects tonight.
Yeah.
But if I call Bobby, he gonna start tripping.
Right.
Just go in there.
And start.
Yeah. So I show up at 9:30 and walk in, and Bobby's sitting at the door. He's like, who in the hell are you? You ain't no damn K-Nice. But that's how,
That's how it worked.
same time period.
Yeah. And K-Nice ended up DJing Saturdays at Kamikazes.
I used to ride down there with him.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I was actually living with K-Nice at that time. I was there the night that Funk Dubious performed.
Yeah, we had a lot of people. We had a lot of people there.
Yeah. Yep. So I remember that spot very well. Okay, so now let's talk about how did you actually get to the point where you're working with Freeze. I think we're in a motion sensor situation. We got to do something.
You know where?
Might have to walk around the room to get all the lights come back on. But since we can keep it going because we got our own little source of light right now. But if you want to, if you want to check on that, you know what I'm saying. Okay, so while he's taking care of that,
Okay.
freeze. That's it right there. You found it.
So we're in
Yeah, how do you
August.
start?
We're in
Yeah,
August of '92. So from August till school got out, I just made tapes and took it to him. I made every mixtape I made it in my dorm room.
Right. So,
Microphone taped on the wall with duct tape.
that's a good idea.
Keep in mind, I'm a college kid, man. Like we don't have no mic. There's no mic stands. There's no, like for whatever reason, I never even thought about a hand truck. Like all those times we just carried crates back then, and we never thought about a hand truck. Like I was just doing what I could do because I love to do it. Yeah. So fast forward, I go home for fall break. When I come back in January, he gave me a job. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
That seemed like a dream job for a DJ. Like, I ain't gonna lie, man. Listen here, Billy Bill. I have applied for so many record stores in my days just because as a DJ, I felt like it would be a dream job to have. Did it tell me about the difference that it makes being in the record store and being a DJ, actual DJ who's working? Like, you see records come in and you know that you're going to get first crack at them.
Your paycheck is less.
Because you get access to that.
Yes.
That's kind of a trade-off.
Yes,
That's fair. Is it? Would you call it fair nowadays? Fair trade-off. You get all these.
It's a fair trade-off. Plus, I was still in college, so I didn't require, that much money.
Lot.
Plus, but still, I'm still DJing at the club.
Right.
So we're fine there. And I think a month or two after that, I went from underneath Slide and started DJing directly for the club, so my pay went up as well.
Right.
But I would say the majority of my record collection, outside of record pool records, were from people bringing in their used records or him buying DJ's collections and me getting first picks on records, because I found records that I had been looking for that I wouldn't have found any other way.
You had cheat code.
Yeah. So from '93, I worked for him from January '93 to June of '03.
'03. It's a 10-year run. That's a long time. I know you've seen some things.
Yeah. I've seen some things. I've done some things. But to be there that long period of time and to be as creative as I was at that time, as I still am, that put me in another space and in another light when it comes to him. And it was a great run. Yeah.
Well, you got a chance, like this time period that you're with Mr. Freeze is, I guess, arguably you saw the peak. You saw this thing rise to the peak of what it became, Mr. Freeze Records.
Right.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the interesting perks outside of the records. Like, I know artists were through there all the time, and to a lot of artists come through Mr. Freeze, by default, they're meeting you. And to a lot of people, I'm sure that, they think Mr. Freeze, they think Billy Bill. We're talking about people all over the country, artists. Tell us about some of the artists that you might have met, maybe developed some kind of rapport with over time.
Well, he had a personal friend that handled, was it the Budweiser Superfest that used to come through?
That was a big deal.
And every time they came through, he was the ticket outlet. When they did women's empowerment downtown at the Civic Center, he was the guy to go through. When the comedians came, because most of the time they stayed a block over, like at the Sheraton. This is before the Marriott was downtown. So, one thing that, like I said, it was a lot for me when I'm DJing in the club, and then my name is all over the radio, and then you're constantly hearing these different artists giving me shouts on my mixtapes. And one part that people don't know is sometimes when they came by the shop, I would take them. By this time, either my studio was in the back or I took it upstairs.
Get your drops.
Yeah, I would get my drops.
That's dope too. That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Like you being in here, like there are a few things that you could do as a DJ that can really get you a head start, ahead of the game.
Right.
One is record store, radio, on tour for artists. You know, these are the things that kind of just, you know, move you ahead. And that's awesome, man. You get the same access to drops that somebody on the radio or somebody who's traveling the country. Like, so just for you DJs that don't understand, like, record stores aren't there for you today like they were for us back then. And it was a serious boost. Having them there as a place available for you to work.
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely.
And we call Durham the Mecca of DJs in North Carolina. Because Durham got all the fucking DJs. So when they was giving y'all formula, like in your milk bottle, was it something they put in that formula for your DJs or?
Well, I can co-sign, you know, some of that. You know, Durham has definitely birthed quite a few DJs that are incredible. I mean, you know, you have T Love, you have Nabs. You know, my man Skaz, you have Bro Rap, you have myself. My man Woodard, of course, I would never, and you know, some people have conversations and they don't mention his name, and he should get more credit than he gets.
I saw with it about a week and a half ago.
He definitely should get more credit. But then, you know, you have Shout. You know, I wasn't around when he was DJing, so I'm not familiar with him during that time, but I remember his name floating around with another gentleman by the name of Alpo.
Okay.
And, you know, there were some great names that were all over the flyers, but when things really jumped off for me, you know, it was myself, it was Skaz. Right before us, it was Universal Sounds. I can't remember the two guys. CeeLo was another guy that lived here that he DJed real heavy. But when Earthquake started and Skaz and I started doing everything, you know, myself and Witted did everything else. That's just where we were. And then there were a few other DJs that were trying to come up and make their names. And it just became what it is. And, you know, the things that Durham DJs have accomplished, from traveling the world to supplying the masses, has become super duper incredible. And if you were to talk to 18-year-old me when I went to school, I wouldn't say that I would have seen the things I've seen and done some of the things that I've done.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, before we get too far gone, I got to ask you the question I ask everybody. What's your first setup? When you actually had your very own stuff to work with, what did you have? First set.
So going back to With It, I had the realistic vertical fader mixer because he
four up and down.
Yep.
I think With It just posted a picture of that joker the other day.
Yeah, because he
realistic.
Because he got the crossfader one, so he gave me that one. So it was kind of like his hand-me-down. I think I may have given him $20 for it, maybe.
Right.
But I had a component set that had like the cassette deck in the front, the 8-track, the radio, and the turntable on top. Some kind of way, because I like to take stuff apart when I was little. That turntable on top was connected by RCA cables. So I ran another RCA cable to the mixer, and then my brother had some other kind of turntable in his bedroom, and he wasn't using it. So I took that one, but that was like some rinky-dink turntable with the needle that still flipped.
Yeah.
You know, they had the little
and
white
the
tab on
component
it.
set one had no pitch control, right?
Actually, this one did.
It had pitch control?
Yeah, this one did.
What?
So the one I got from my brother did not. So again, I'm right-handed, so the pitch control I put on my right-hand side because I was known for blends.
Right.
And that's another thing that set me apart from everybody else. To listen to this mixtape that I was talking to you about earlier, my earliest mixtape, 1990, that I have access to, that was made on that set. And I turned the mixer to the side so the faders would kind of be like a crossfader. Yeah.
Nice. That's I actually started with the same mixer and 2 of those component sets.
Yes. So you know the struggle.
Yeah. All that stuff plugged right into that little mixer. And they have a little battery thing on the back too.
It
You
does.
put a battery in it.
Yeah, sure did. A 9-volt, I believe it was.
Hard times.
Yeah.
And something else you mentioned, I don't want to get too far off of. You mentioned working for Sly.